Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Real Talk Sports Edition. We have a great show lined up for you guys today, and some special guests today that took time out of their day to be here. We have to my left and your right, Mr. Amani Gilmore, Amite High School former quarterback, state champion, and Kyle Maxwell, his teammate number 8 at the time at Louisiana Tech. Student athlete at this time. So we're gonna try to get that segment in and out of the way right quick so these guys can go resume what they was trying to do. They in workout mode right now. We don't want to hold them up too long, but we're glad you guys are tuning in. We're just gonna give you a second to get in for a few moments as we log on live, and we're gonna get started. All right. Without further ado, we're gonna get the show started. Again, I'm your host, Horace Martin. Real Talk Sports Edition. This is just one of the sub shows up underneath the Real Talk with Martin and Garden platform. We've been doing some different things, trying to take advantage of the time that we've been having. So, of course, if you guys tune in on Mondays, we do the Real Talk Kingdom discussions. And then on Tuesdays, we've been doing the Sports Edition at noon. So we're a little bit afternoon, but it's fine. It's all good. It feels good out here in Amite, Louisiana. Spring weather is nice out here. We under the shade anyway. So I got my partner, man, Coach McKnight, to the left of me, statistician, Coach Ponchatoula, D-line coach at Ponchatoula High School. To the right of me, Brother Wardell, Pastor Wardell Dyson, former Amite Warrior, 1999 graduate. We all Warriors here, man. Everybody up here is Warriors. That's right. I don't know if it's designed to be that way or it just happened to be that way. I don't know, but we all Warriors, man. I'm glad to be here with y'all. And, I have a show lined up. If you've been following the last couple, the format's been pretty cool. We've been doing a little bit of college, some NFL, continuation of the Last Dance Bulls documentary, the Docuseries. And we also we've been doing the top 5 Amite all time, whatever. So this week we on top 5 Amite running backs of all time. Of course, these are not in stone. These are our opinions. And of course, we're trying to get you guys to do the same thing we're doing so that we can compile an all-time team list by homecoming. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be dependent on you guys sending in and supporting and standing up for the people that you went to school with that you think that you should be representing. If you feel like we leaving some of them off, you just got to keep in mind we don't know all of them that played in the 70s and all that. So you got to stand up for them and vouch for them and put their name on the list. I think with the first 2 weeks we did, 1 week we did quarterbacks, last week we did wide receivers. And you get an honorable mention too, so you get top 5 and an honorable mention. So this week is running back. So we'll get into that, and then we're going to finish the show with the fun segments of over, under, and push, and then this or that. So as soon as these guys got to get out here, we're going to let them go. So before we get too deep into the show, I'm going to make sure we get into their segment first. So being that we out right now, you guys been out for about a couple months. Since
about 2 months.
March or so. Been home, and I know it's hard to try to stay in shape and all that, but I know you're disciplined. You've been trained athletes for a long time. It ain't just starting college, but I know college is on another level. It's another level, but I know one thing Kyle told me when he came back home and came to the barbershop a little bit after they had went and did their little summer training. He said it wasn't as hard as you thought. He said you was more prepared for it than you thought. So I thought that was cool, man. And so right now, man, I wanted to make sure I kind of ask a couple questions. A few things going on in college right now, and I want to make sure I get a chance, give you guys a chance to kind of discuss that. Let me see what I got here. Once I get their question out of the way, we'll proceed with the show as normal. But I want to make sure I cover them. First and foremost, man, you guys look good, you know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't been cheating, look like y'all been getting it in. Look like you about got another inch taller or something since the last time you played at Amite High School, I don't know. But it's good to see y'all, man. I think the world of y'all. I think y'all got opportunities to be awesome, not just on the football field, but just in life. You know, y'all some very mannerable dudes, man. I've been saying that ever since I met y'all. Like I just don't see no problem with it. I don't hear nothing about y'all. I know nobody's perfect. I know ain't nobody perfect, but man, y'all some nice role models, man, for the young folks that's coming up under y'all.
Yes,
I know you got a little brother, and you was the younger brother of a brother that played at Amite High School, so you kind of carry yourself always mature, kind of acting, man. Just glad to see you guys taking it to the next level. So, for one thing, I just want to give you guys a chance to just dive into what it was like y'all first year at school in college. You know, just trying to adjust. Was it hard? Was it more difficult? Was it easier than you thought? How did you transition and all that? I'm gonna give both of you guys a chance to answer that. So starting with Amani, how was the first year being at Kentucky? First of all, this is a Kentucky student athlete, University of Kentucky Wildcat student athlete, and Louisiana Tech. What's y'all?
Bulldogs.
Bulldog. It's in North Louisiana, around Ruston. So give them guys a chance to answer that question, and then we're gonna go ahead and dive into some more of our questions that we have for them.
Well, my first year was real good. You know, I enjoyed it. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. It was actually a lot easier because we get a lot of tutoring and we get a lot of help with our works. And they don't put a lot of work on us. You know, we get like 3 or 4 classes. Regular students, they probably have like 6 or 7 classes. So we got time to go to practice and workouts and extra, all the other stuff. And it was real light on me. You know.
It wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
So far as that, what was more difficult, that the on the field stuff or the off the field, like the schooling and all that stuff, or was it not hard at all?
It wasn't really hard. I just say you gotta be on time for everything. You know, you gotta make sure you moving right. Cause if you say you gotta go to class at 12, and then you got tutoring at 1, so you gotta make sure you get out of class on time, then go straight there. You ain't got time to stop and eat. You know, you got tutoring.
That's right. That's right. As far as you, I know when you went there, you know you went as quarterback.
Yes, sir.
And baseball.
Yes, sir.
You play football and baseball.
Yes, sir.
As far as the quarterback side of it, when you went there, how was the depth chart there? Like, how many people in front of you, and what did you think you had? When
I first got there, I had 2 or 3 people in front of me because they had 2 seniors and a junior when I first got there.
So which one started? Was one of them a junior to start or the seniors to start?
The senior.
Senior started?
Yes, sir.
So coming back, you probably would have been at least competing for at least no minimum than second string?
Yeah.
At least?
Yep, yes, sir.
I hear you. So with the school, with the class, you made a whole, almost a year. You got to March before they had this COVID-19.
Yeah.
How was your schooling? How was the school part? How was your grades? You did.
I had real good grades. You know, they had to stay on top of that, A's and B's. You know, I got a 3.2 GPA right now.
Awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome. What about you, Kyle? How was your grades, man? You did pretty good.
Oh yeah. You know, in high school I wasn't all that good with my grades, but like once I got to college, I thought it would be harder, but it really was like smooth. You just get used to a structured schedule, which would be on like through the summer, and just the tutoring that help you. They put you in the right position to make good grades and everything like that.
Well, that's awesome. So really, you feel like you got more support.
Yeah,
a little
really
bit more support, and they designed that way. You gotta have the support to help student athletes there anyway, from football and all other sports as well. Y'all eat good?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
I imagine you do get in the SEC, man. You're not SEC, but Louisiana Tech play big ball. They play major ball. It's not uncommon to see them matched up against a powerhouse SEC team every once in a while, because I know every year y'all have one of them, at least one of them on the schedule. Yeah. So I know y'all, the level of competition is pretty high. So you know what I'm saying? It might not be SEC, but it's pretty high. It's pretty high.
Them boys big time up there.
I know.
They beat Miami. Hey, them boys big time.
How was it? First of all, man, so did y'all grow in?
Oh yeah.
Grow in it, man?
Like
height wise, or?
I got a little bigger.
A little bit bigger?
I got in about 20 pounds.
So you gained 20 pounds since high school?
Yeah, I was 195 when I left.
So you
And I
215?
came back about 215.
Wow, that's what's up, man. It ain't seem like it, but that means you
Yeah,
put it on the right way.
yeah.
So you about 6'2" and a half or 6'3"?
6'2" and a half, yes, sir.
What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I grow like one more in. I'm 6'4".
6'4"?
Yeah, I gained
the real
10.
one this time, huh?
Yeah.
Not on paper. Huh? Real 6'4", huh?
Yeah, I gained 13 pounds since I came in.
Yeah, that's good, man. So you've been on the weights.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all enjoy the weight room.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
mind. That's what's up. So for this COVID-19 deal, man, it took place right in the heart of what would have been summer, spring. All your spring ball, time to compete for an opportunity to move up the depth chart, all that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that pretty much taken away. I mean, I know football is almost year round now. Like you don't really have no real break from it. Like you're always working out and stuff. Y'all kind of almost close to pros, but I know in the spring you kind of use that time from high school on to make a mark and try to make an impression on coaches, and that leads into the summer and the fall camp, and then you hoping for a chance to play on Saturday. So being able to miss that, y'all pretty much missed all that spring, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I know initially nobody knew how long this would last, so it probably was, probably kind of kept y'all guys, in the loop, communicating here and now, I guess with y'all position coaches and stuff like that, I'm just assuming. And but as it went from 1 week to 2 to 2 weeks to 3 to a month to 2 months, so it's just not starting to kind of it's not even halfway, just 25% capacity in most businesses that are reopening, but that is something better than what it's been. But hopefully if we don't have spikes in it, we're able to continue as a country to move forward and get into some things that we want to do, because I know it's a little tough right now. It's tough for me. I'm older. I know y'all young. I know y'all want to do stuff. Got a lot of stuff going on, and it's working out is only so much, but you still want to do stuff. So I imagine it's been a little tough. But how has it been just communicating back and forth with your coaching staff and keeping y'all selves in shape? I imagine they sent y'all some regimented workout plans and all that stuff. How has that been?
Well, for us, my coach, before we left, we must get to start spring because we on the quarter system, so we came back later. But for my coach, my strength coach, he put everything on YouTube. Yeah. So like the warm up, people don't remember it all that much. So he put on YouTube so we can have like a virtual view of it, so we can just keep on, and like he texts us every day, tell us like just trust the process. Don't come back not in shape. You feel me? So basically, it haven't been that hard, but it's just stuff over the phone is weird.
It's just not like this. Well, first of all, this has never been done.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna say never, but not in modern history.
Right.
It hasn't been like that. Even with Katrina and stuff like that, it wasn't global and it wasn't nationwide. It was specific to our region. And but if you was playing ball and stuff and you wasn't affected directly, you was able to go on about life as normal. So I imagine that's been different. Yeah. But do you think you guys been doing as good a job as possible, given the conditions, trying to stay in shape?
I feel like we've been doing more than what's expected.
Oh, I hear you. Y'all get it in, huh?
Yeah, we get it in a lot.
You got all that energy anyway. You got to burn off something.
Can't be gaining no extra weight.
That's real, man. I just see you guys. I haven't seen Kyle in a few months, but good to see him, man. I see him usually a couple times throughout the semester whenever y'all get breaks, so I always like to keep tab with y'all. I told y'all supposed to got me a t-shirt. So I still want my t-shirt. Whenever you get a chance to give them a t-shirt, it ain't really just to wear. Kind of want to just display it at the shop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like from y'all, I want y'all to sign them, with y'all Sharpie or whatever, and I want to just have that in there on the wall and whatever, so people come to, they be like, these is warriors. These boys all around the nation. From right here at Amite High School, Russell Memorial Stadium on Friday nights, and they all around the country, from Louisiana Tech to Kentucky to LSU to Alabama to Mississippi State, everywhere, man. And even the smaller schools that's in between, we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I think in the next 5 years, Amite gonna be sprinkled all around the NFL too. That's a real deal. I believe it, because it's not just that y'all talented on the field. It's just also the commitment y'all be having, like in the support system. Because I think a lot of people back in the days, Mike, and you can chime in if you want to, they had the talent. Of course, they didn't have the media, social media opportunities like y'all have, and all the camps like that. But even when they did go to a college, a lot of time we were distracted. They always distracted, want to come home, want to they got a girlfriend, pregnant in high school, they want to stay with her. So they left college, came back to to famous Amite, the big Amite High.
Yeah.
Y'all know what the famous big Amite High is. It's Southwest Community College in Mississippi. It's really the Tangipahoa Parish High. You know what I'm saying? We love to go there. Ain't nothing wrong with it because they have a great football program. And most guys I know tell me when they go there, if they went to a larger school, usually the work is harder. Like just the field on the field. So they say them coaches work them guys hard. So there's no knock on it, just that seemed to be everywhere that all of us went.
Yep.
Not myself, but just in general.
Yeah.
So, but y'all guys be staying committed, a little more. Like I don't know why, what's going on. I don't know if it's just upbringing or whatever, or just this family support with parents always being around y'all, taking y'all to camps, or whatever it is. I don't know. But y'all staying in college, and y'all graduating more, and y'all having more opportunities to compete at those combines on pro days. And once they see y'all in person, it's hard to not fall in love with Amite Warriors.
Right.
It's just the way I feel about that. So man, no pressure. I ain't trying to put no pressure on y'all. I want y'all to go out there and take it one day at a time, one game at a time, one rep at a time, all that coach speak stuff. But at the end of the day, when you keep doing that, it usually leads you somewhere positive.
Right.
And NFL might not be for everybody. Everybody don't want to play in the NFL, but the opportunities and the relationship that you establish in being in college with these coaches, some of y'all might end up realizing that you want to coach it more than play it. Where you establishing relationships while you playing at these big schools. Some of y'all gonna play on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all gonna go the long way to play on Sundays. Might not get drafted, but get a trial.
Yeah.
Ball at the trial. It happens every day, man. It happens every year.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that. And I feel like the NFL is gonna be littered with Amite and Tangipahoa Parish student athletes that's gonna eventually become pros and be playing on NFL Sundays and having big names. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all do that stuff, always remember, man, try to give back some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't tell nobody to do with their money, but if it ain't no more than time or just words of advice, encouragement coming back, saying to young folks, the kids that gonna look up to you. Because I'm telling you something now, and I'm about to project something into y'all life where I'm gonna esteem y'all higher than y'all might even saw yourself. I feel that y'all gonna be something, some kind of way, special, whether it's on the football field or just in life. Right. And you do that, y'all positive young men carry that on to adulthood. Y'all young men now, but don't change. You know what I'm saying? Don't change. Don't let nobody persuade you to do nothing against the morals that you was raised with. And I think if you do that, you're gonna be just fine. You know the Amani Gilmore that your mama know, you left in 2019 May. It's supposed to be the same one she know
right.
in 2022. Whenever you leave college, you know the one, her baby. That's what she know. Now, of course, you're gonna be matured and develop some of your different social aspects of life, but you should be the same person at the core. Man, I'm looking forward to. Well, how y'all feel? Do y'all feel confident that y'all gonna have a football season?
Oh
yeah,
sir.
more definitely.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Football is a popular sport around the United States.
Right.
Matter of fact, the world, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so if they shut football down, that's tough on the government and everything.
That's right.
The players and us.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta thank all the Republicans in the Bible Belt, man. They not about to let football go.
Nah.
Yeah, they not gonna let football ride, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
I want to acknowledge a few of the viewers who are watching, and they wanted to make sure they said something to y'all guys, especially before y'all get off. So Shonda Smith Addison said, "Hey guys, so good to see you." She also said, "So good to see Kyle and the money." Marcus Elliott said, "You see that LA Tech, the Louisiana Tech shirt?" Kendrick Perry, KP said, "My boy, man, Money, my boy Money. Y'all boys looking good, man." Two very special young men, Chuck Hunt checking in from Monroe. So it's gonna have a lot of people that's gonna watch this, tune in once they know that y'all on here. A lot of people gonna share it, watch it later.
Yeah.
You know, when they get a chance to do it. If y'all had anything to tell your community, the people back in there, man, what would you like to say to them about just anything? What would you like to say?
I'm happy to be home right now.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. What about you, Carl?
Well, you know, I love y'all. Just stay strong, and we're gonna be out of this quarantine soon.
That's right, man. That's some good stuff right there, man. That's awesome stuff, man. And then I'm hoping when y'all have y'all breaks in between, like assuming football do start. Yeah. Most coaches been saying they think they can still pull it off as long as they can get back to in July.
Yeah.
If they can get back in July, they feel they can get y'all ready for the season. I imagine y'all feel about the same way. Yeah, you missed the spring. Hate that. You can't never make up for that.
Yeah.
You can practice and do stuff on your own, but Michael coach, you can't really make up for that lost time.
Right.
Man, reps or something special.
Yeah.
The only positive is that everybody going through it. It's not like
Yeah.
just Louisiana or
Right.
not like just so it's
So
all,
everybody
so
gonna
we
be the same
right,
on the
we
same page.
level, man.
Yeah.
Man, just when y'all look around, y'all teammates, y'all got teammates from y'all championship team, you know, they're playing ball some places and all that. When y'all look around the landscape of college football and notice that they got all these guys that either you graduated with or they graduated a little bit before you, but you still played on the same team with them, what y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like Amite High has been putting out some quality product?
I feel like it's something about Amite. I don't know what y'all we like. It's something in the water, dog. That's what they be saying. Something in the water.
Yeah, because of money was a transplant. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean he came from the Hammond area.
Yeah.
He moved down here his junior year.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been his junior year.
Yeah.
And you know, all the kind of little technicalities stopped him from being able to actually play.
Yeah.
But you was able to practice and get used to the
Yes, sir.
structure.
Yeah.
So just talk about that a little bit and what you was able to make the most of your really 1 year on the field and how they was able to catapult into a scholarship to Kentucky.
I mean, I just knew work hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stay committed with each other. We had been working all summer. Me, Kyle, Ned, Cam. I mean, the whole senior class. I feel like we was committed. We had to learn something from the junior year because I know we had lost, but we had to just stay committed and keep working hard and stay together. That's the most thing.
Right.
You know, that connection, and we had all build that chemistry as we went on throughout the year. And I feel like that's what got us there.
I will say, man, I coached against you when you was a sophomore, and I knew you was something special, you know, and people would ask me, well, what do you know about this Gilmore kid? I said, well, if he ever get a team around him, you know, the scoreboard gonna stay lit up, and that's exactly what you did, man. My hat off to you, man.
Yes, sir.
You
You
did some
say
big things.
You need some help? You need me? All right.
Yeah, we will produce some big numbers, about 40 points a game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was real fun. We were just out there playing. I feel like we were just out there working out again.
Man, I watched, I've been waiting for somebody to upload y'all whole championship full game,
Yeah.
but it's not on there yet.
Yeah,
so
I've
we
been
still
waiting
got
for it, too.
22 minutes. I done watched
Yeah.
that by 5 times.
Yeah.
I watched it last week. And y'all just look good out there, man. It's
Yeah,
like
we-
it look easy.
We was just having fun, dog. That's all we were doing, really. We were just having fun, man.
It definitely ain't seemed like no state championship game.
Nah,
I
it
thought y'all
didn't.
played harder games.
Hey, that's the most dangerous team to play. Some kids out there having fun. When they could do it like that and they having fun doing it, that's the most dangerous type of team to play with.
Yup.
That's what's up, man. They always told me, and I know since I didn't play at college at all, you know, I left it on the field in high school, and I was able to win a state championship, to go undefeated, part of the 1994 state championship team. I was happy with my career, you know what I'm saying? I was good, so I went to college just academically. But since I don't have no other football memories, those memories stand out big to me.
Right.
Now, people always tell me that even played in college, that it's nothing like playing in high school when you playing and when it ain't no business. It's not none of the business and politics. It's straight up for the community, passionate fans coming out there to see them in the stands, had them come to support you and to strap up their purple and gold on Friday nights or wherever they went to school at. I got like Coach Foster Sweet Pea from Kenwood. He played in college and he got a little short time in the NFL, the early part, like the trials. And I don't think he got a chance to make it into the season, but with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But he always tell me his fondest memories ever of any football-related activities was high school. It's the pure part of it. You
Yeah.
understand? And saying before it started getting all
Business,
type,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And even and y'all dealing with it a little bit in college, it's gonna be another level in the pros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what y'all future is gonna hold. Y'all, I don't know. I might be looking at some people that might win a championship in college.
Right.
Might win something in the pros. Might get some kind of rookie of the year. I don't know. I really don't know. But I would put it like this: I won't be surprised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised because you always got to look at yourself when you come from A&M. You already special. If you don't know what I mean, since y'all been in college for a year, you ought to understand what I'm saying. People gravitate toward you.
Right.
They like you. People just like A&M folks most
they
of the
do.
time.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in college way in Jackson State.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell nobody from A-Man.
Right, they
But
just
once
know.
they start, they gonna start being around you. Before you know, you got 8 people in your suite or your dorm room or however they got. Y'all got apartments or whatever y'all got now. But back then, it used to always be guys that like to cling to you. And I don't think that's changed. It probably ain't changed. It's something about our mannerisms, our demeanor. You know what I'm saying? I guess our slang, swag, all kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad y'all part of it. You know, make me feel good. Y'all keep the tradition going. You know what I'm saying? And you know, much success to y'all and all y'all future endeavors, man. Man, but before I let y'all go, I forgot I had one thing I want to touch on. Last week when I talked to you about coming on the show, Amani,
Yeah.
and I called you, and he was in doing work.
Yeah.
He was in doing the outline. I appreciate that's what I'm saying. They do their work. And Amani was telling me that he would love to come on the next week. He's getting ready to go work out right then. Now he's here today. Man of his word. So secondly, in between that time we talked, probably the next day or the same day, somebody was on the phone with me and they said, "Did you hear the news?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" They said, Amani Gilmore entered his name into the transfer portal.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate on that? What led to your decision to do that? And then we're gonna open it up for the panel. We're gonna talk about the college transfer portal and do it benefit or help. What we think about it?
All right. Well, you know, during the pandemic, I wanted to get closer to home a little bit, but not at home, but like just to move a little closer to home. And then I wanted to get on the field a little earlier than they had planned for me to be on the field.
Right.
So I just had to make the decision that was best for me.
Right.
Get the opportunity, and I want to be able to put up some big stats so I can be able to go to the league and do all that kind of stuff.
That's right. So you want to get, first of all, it wasn't so much about being home like in Louisiana, but closer.
Yeah.
But also opportunity to play sooner.
Yeah.
And opportunity to put up some numbers so that you have a resume.
Yeah.
That's all. You have a resume.
Yeah.
And whatever you saw at Kentucky looked a little bit murky.
Yeah.
A little blurry.
Yeah.
It didn't look so clear.
Right.
I got you. I understand that,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And I know you still at Lieutenant Tech, right?
Yes, sir.
Planning on being there for right now. This is my last question for this segment. While you here, so we talking about it, and if you guys out of roll, I'm gonna let y'all roll. Mike, Coach McKnight, whatever, they instituted this transfer portal in college probably like 2 years ago or something like it's 2-3 years ago maybe, if I'm not mistaken. It ain't been more than 5 for sure. And I mean, I'm mixed on it. Some from the player side, it's great for the player.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have to get tied into a 4-year or 3-year commitment or whatever. They can.
Yeah.
From the institution side, it might be tough, but in a way, it benefits them too because they move around numbers all the time. But the fact that a player can enter their name into a transfer portal, see who wants them, it's almost like they're going through recruiting all over again, right?
That's all it is.
So how do y'all feel? I'm gonna ask y'all the players, and then I'm asking Coach Mike and Coach Brother whatever. How y'all feel about having that option now? Y'all's availability.
I feel like it's a good thing for people that's if they feel like they made a bad decision on what they did in the beginning of their career, they can get a second chance.
Right. Well, we know couple people who made some. Well, not no couple, a handful of people made some great decisions doing it last year in college. Well, with the last couple of years, Joe Burrow was 1-2 years ago.
Yeah.
Then you got Jalen Hurts. Then you had a quarterback from Georgia that played at Ohio State. What's his name?
Justin Fields.
Fields, and all these do, and it worked out for them. Like it benefited them. They got on the field immediately, and they made it.
That's right.
They made hay, man. They balled out. Most of them was in the MVP running. I mean, not MVP, the Heisman running. You know, they wouldn't have got that opportunity if they stayed where they were. None of them.
Right.
No, not one of those quarterbacks would have had a chance to play the next year.
And all of them hit that portal too.
Every one of them, and they hit the portal. So I know it benefited them.
Yeah.
And it makes the coaches at the other program seem like they made a mistake on evaluating them. But sometimes it's just a numbers thing. Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, well, I feel it's a great positive for the kids because I mean, let's be real. I mean, if I'm recruiting a kid, I'm gonna tell you what I need to tell you to get you to me.
Right.
You know, and that's just real, man. I've seen it happen too many times. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying I get you here, and one kid that had no intentions on coming to my school decides the last, day before school start, he gonna come in. Right. So now I got 6, 7, 8 players in one position. Right. Something ain't gonna work out for somebody.
That's right.
And I hate to see a kid trapped because of the situation. And, so it give them opportunity to go somewhere else and do what they do.
That's
So I kind of like it.
Right.
I mean, because as an institution, from an institution standpoint, they get to do what they want to do.
That's true.
Right. So get a kid that's filling your stadium up. The kids that's making y'all pockets big. Get them a chance to go do something else if they have to. So most definitely.
Man, what you think about it, Kyle? I know you ain't in it, but do you think it's a great option for student athletes to have?
Of course, I really do because, like you said, might have about 8 or 9 people on the lineup, and people behind them probably be better, or just give them an opportunity to go somewhere else and make their name bigger. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like there are a lot of places, but it just, like you said, another recruitment.
Right.
Just give people the opportunity to go make the best
Right.
of what they
That's
do.
right. And if nothing else, it open up the recruiting a little bit bigger, and you get a chance to kind of handpick the program that you think fits you best. Like when you come out of high school, you're trying to do that, but you kind of don't really know.
Yeah.
You're just going off the best recruit picks, right?
All right.
But when you get in college for about a year or something, you probably got a better idea, understanding
yeah.
where you might want to be. You see the depth chart better. It's clearer now. Stuff he was saying to you when he was coming to your mama's living room.
Yeah.
It's changed a little. It changed a little bit. You looking through all that now. You can see a little clearer now. And now you can make a better informed decision. So
another thing, them kids started understanding politics, man.
Right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, there be some politics in them schools, man. That's the Booster's nephew and all that type. Oh, he used to date his mom in college and all. It get ugly, and you got a dude that's not that good start over somebody who should be playing.
Right.
And you, oh man, I need to get out of here.
That's funny, man. That's funny. But yeah, man. Without holding y'all any longer, man, I really appreciate y'all coming. I know y'all got things to do, man. I love y'all, man. I hope y'all keep doing good things. Whatever works out, wherever school you end up going to, it's going to be a best decision for you, I'm sure.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Keep me in the loop. Let me know. I know I'll find out, but just keep me in the loop. You stay close right around the corner from me, so keep me in the loop. And man, when we get an opportunity to get y'all guys on in the future, just here and there. I ain't going to bother you too much, just here and there. I would love for you guys to stop back by.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely want to come back next week.
Yeah.
Man, y'all watch the show, man. If y'all, I know y'all young folks ain't on Facebook much, but go ahead, just log on this time and get a chance to check out the interview, man. It was cool, man. Happy to have y'all, man. Thank y'all, man.
Sure.
I appreciate y'all.
Mike right there, Michael Grab.
There you go. All right, Horace. All right, Mike.
All right, man.
Thank you, buddy. All
All
right,
right, Cheetah. Good luck, man.
All right. All right, man. That was awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man, taking time out their day. Real talk. You know what I'm saying?
talk.
Real talk. You can't get no realer than that. These some boys that's really living it. They in it.
That's right.
So we're gonna move forward on with the show. And so now we get an opportunity to segue on into our actual show so they can move on. Help them back out. Right quick, hold on 1 second. Know how to do a little something. Somebody showed them
Somebody showed him how to drive.
Somebody showed you something. I'm gonna let them back out. So we're gonna hear the noise from the engine and then we'll move on. Oh, Quentin, come to the U, huh? Chuck Hunt says there's a rich sports legacy between Grambling and Louisiana Tech, correct? I know Chuck always tuning in, man. I appreciate you, man. All the way from up in Ruston. Monroe area. That's them. If y'all hear their engine, that's them.
You had a Camaro when you was in school? I ain't have a Camaro.
I ain't had no Camaro. I ain't had no Challenger, nothing like
I
that.
ain't had none of that, man.
We have me a 5.0 though. I gotta keep it 100.
Oh man, see, I wasn't that blessed. I ain't had all that.
So man, we're gonna move on with the show and kind of speed through it. It looks quicker than normal, just because of the special interviews we had with those young men. I was glad to have them here. So of course we want to talk about the NFL and a little bit on the Docuseries, the Last Dance Docuseries. We're gonna talk about the schedule release in the NFL, some big matchups that's coming up, the strength of schedule, who has the toughest strength of schedule, who has the easiest one. We're gonna dive into the top 5 running backs of all time with an honorable mention. If you guys are watching the show live, send your top 5 running backs in. You know what? It's on you. Whether you want to use the eyeball test only, or if you're gonna use stats only, or you're gonna use a combination of both. But I know some eras have an opportunity to have more stats than others, so you got to use your eyeball test. You still know when somebody was a stud in your era, and if you know that, put them in the conversation, because we don't know everybody, and we didn't get a chance to watch everybody.
Right.
So put them in the conversation. So before we get to the NFL, because that's a long one, we're gonna first talk about the Docuseries. And I just had like one or two things that I wanted to talk about regarding the Last Dance Bulls docuseries. And one of them, man, if you watch, was it 7 and 8? Yeah, it was 7 and 8 this last week. So every week they've been doing two episodes. So this weekend coming will probably be the last one. I think they have 10 total. So this last one that showed on Sunday was very interesting. They talked a little bit. One of the things that I got out of it more was that, you know, we knew Mike was a great competitor and I knew he's real, but one thing that I get from this whole overall docuseries is that he's honest. Now, you might not like it, but he 100. I don't think Mike lying about nothing. He seemed like he keep it 100 because every time he says something, he don't know what his teammates are saying.
Right.
They always grab the tablet and show him.
Right.
It looks like it matches up to what he's saying all the time. Am I right?
Right.
And even when the things that's harsh, like some things he kind of was a little hesitant about talking about when he knew that docuseries was going to air because he was worried about how he would be perceived. But overall, all I get out of it is that he was just a very dedicated person to his craft, and he pushed hard, even so much so to the point that people today wouldn't want that. But it's just like how we played football when we were young. Some of the language and some of the things that they did to us at practice and some of the way practices were run was just harder. It was just tougher. It was just more physical. It was more in your face. It was just what it is. We know today they do some of it, but you know it's not to the extent.
Right.
And so if we can say that about playing football in our sport, then I imagine that's how it was for somebody that's a superstar, GOAT, greatest of all time, NBA basketball player. He realized that he can't win no championship by himself. And that was the way he motivated everybody.
Indeed.
So whether it was great or not, I'm not saying it's the best as far as with their psyche, dealing with their emotional aspects of them, but it looked like every one of them appreciate the fact that he was able to push them to be the best.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all saw that. Every time Steve Kerr talked, he talked about the fight and everything. Scottie Pippen talks about it, but he always says that he glad Mike was there to push him the way he pushed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's your overall take on these last two, just overall with the docuseries in general? Anything different about anything you knew, anything new to you, everything you kind of already understood or felt or what?
I'm gonna say, man, that Michael Jordan was real, man. He was a real athlete, real pro, real player. When they seen that, what I liked is when they seen they couldn't beat was the Detroit Pistons, wasn't it? When they couldn't beat them, they went in the weight room. They beefed up.
Right.
They did what they had to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be able to physically handle the opponent and beat them.
Right.
So I mean, they said they didn't let no opponent hold them down. They did what they had to do to get better to beat that opponent.
That's correct. What you feel in general about the?
I mean, you're able to look at other players that played with him and tell a big difference. If Scottie wasn't groomed by Mike that year after Mike left, the way the Bulls took it to the Eastern Conference final and all that, that'd never happened.
That's right.
It never happened. Those guys still played as if, you know, Jordan was there. If you think about it, they played, they carried it on.
That's right.
And they still was competitive. They still didn't back down from nobody. They still was a force to be reckoned with, and that was because they played with somebody who knew, hey man, I'm considered one of the greatest players in this league.
That's right.
And me doing it by myself don't mean nothing to me, you know. So I got to get y'all to play like me. You play like me, we gonna all win.
Right.
And when you can get a team to follow you and hang on to your coattail and do what you do, that's saying a lot, man.
That's right.
You know, and people don't follow people for no apparent reason.
That's right.
You feel it.
That's right. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when Mike wasn't playing, he was at the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when he wasn't at the game, he was at practice with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think y'all, a lot of people, it was kind of quick. It might have threw you off. You might have been thinking that he was preparing. When he came back, no, I'm talking about during the time he was playing baseball, Mike would still go and work out with the team.
Yeah.
And push them.
Mm-hmm.
And show them. When I noticed, I said, man, this is amazing. He's still getting it to him.
That's right.
But he said on there, if you can handle me, you know, I know you ain't gonna be able to handle no Knicks and all that. Y'all get the playoffs, and that. So he was pushing them hard. Man.
Yeah.
But one thing that I got from that I made a notation of that I wanted to talk about real briefly, kind of caught me off guard. But I think I heard it a couple times over the year, but I didn't know the insight. I had all the specifics. But when Scottie Pippen quit on the team in the playoffs because Kukoc was drawing up a play for the last shot against somebody, I don't remember what team they were playing, but when it came to the sideline, they had like a second or something, a little bit over a second left, and Phil Jackson drew up a play for Kukoc.
Yeah.
Scottie felt like he was the man on the team. He was, and he felt like he should have got that play drawn up for him, so he didn't go in. They asked Scottie, "What's up? Are you going in?" He said, "No." The team went on out. Kukoc did the play. The play worked to perfection. He hit a jump shot around the free throw line or a little bit behind the free throw line, and they won the game by 1 point. But the Knicks, that was the Knicks. When they went into the locker room, Bill Cartwright gave an emotional speech to Scottie and the team, and they felt like he let them down. And they said Scottie was even emotional too, and he felt bad for doing it. But how y'all felt about him quitting on the team? Did that surprise you, shock you, anything about it, or what?
It shocked me for real. You gotta think, like I say, man, that's one of them situations where I hate to compare it to this, but like Ralph Transvent told Ricky Bell, "You should be happy I'm gone." now you get to run the table. You know, so it's like, Scottie, this your chance, and I understand. Don't get me wrong, you done played behind Michael Jordan all this time, so I understand that. Hey, you want that. You want
spotlight.
Yeah, you want to do that. But at the same time, man, this is a team ball, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't quit. I understand you upset. And you know, hey, speak your mind after the game, but you don't sit on the bench and don't go in. But like I said, I understand it. But as a ball player and a competitor, you don't do that.
Right, you just can't do
Right, you can't do that.
do it.
Yeah.
I got a couple comments. Damian Gaston said that we don't give. He think the show is biased. We don't give Roseland enough mention. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I probably don't, because of him. He make me say something about Roseland. I'm be honest, because he on here. He get on here every week, and I appreciate you for tuning in. But on the real, we know Amite Warriors wouldn't be the same Amite Warriors without the Roseland players that come and filter the lineup.
Oh yeah.
They always got a handful of them that
That's
contribute.
right.
But y'all gotta understand, so he ain't just started that.
Right,
He been putting on for. Look, I was with the high school with David, man. David been hollering Rosen forever. Like, yeah, he been hollering about Rosen State University and all.
Hey, bro. hey, let this tell him right now. Roseland is a part of Amite. All right.
Yeah, that's all it is, man.
Because if Amite expand like it's supposed to, that's gonna be a neighborhood.
That's right.
Amite.
That's right.
but no, man. Appreciate you, man. He also said that Roseland Elementary has the best cafeteria in the town.
You know what I mean?
That's indeed. I thought that Scottie shocked me with that. I think he was undervalued a little bit on the team, but not really by his teammates, most so by Jerry Krause. I don't know what's wrong with Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause got he in one breath he put some great teams together. He was able to go get Tony Kukoc. He was chasing him for 3 years. He got him.
Mm-hmm.
He got Rodman when he needed Rodman. Add a little extra spice to the team.
Yeah.
But something about him, man, he had some inner demons or something with him when it came to being recognized, or maybe he thought he wasn't mentioned enough, or I don't know. But he had a lot of problems with Phil Jackson. Probably he had problems with Mike, really, but he just couldn't do nothing about that.
Right.
And he didn't really. I don't know if he really looked like he loved Scottie, because Scottie would grill him sometimes. They say Scottie would drill him on the butt sometimes, cuss him out and everything. Scottie had got to the point he was being rebellious because he felt like he was being undervalued, underpaid. He did sign a contract, but at some point, you got somebody that's your 1B to your 1A on the team. You want to take care of them, and even though you drew up a contract, we know now all the time they always go back and restructure contracts.
Yeah,
He did that. I imagine if he played today, Scottie would be one of the top paid players.
Yeah.
Right now at his position in general. I'm gonna come back to some of the comments that we have on our comment feed in just a second. So moving on from that, I'm looking forward to the last two. I think sometime during the week you can cheat and go watch it on Fire Stick, but I don't think I'm gonna cheat.
Nah,
I
it's
cheated
something about that
last
Sunday
week. That's
night.
the first time I cheated, but I ain't gonna do it this time.
It's something about that Sunday night, man.
Yeah, I want to watch the last two. Give me something to look forward to at 8 o'clock.
All right.
So I'm gonna watch the last two. We're gonna move on straight to college, man, and we're gonna talk a little bit about LSU and their recruiting, man. LSU on the tear, man, and this was after a late start due to the championship, all the post events that take place after you win a championship, and you kind of get you off by a month or two in your recruiting race, and now LSU done jump back out there. And what I was surprised to see was someone that we had thought we were going to sign on National Signing Day. And then they kind of surprised everybody, stayed at home in Maryland. And I just looked the other day, he LSU got him, committed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is Rakeem Jarrett.
Yep.
He was a number 2 player. And he right a little bit up under Elijah Ricks. Number 1 wide receiver, though, coming out. I think they had him ranked number 16th overall. And LSU currently has 23 commitments. And they're ranked number 1 right now. And I mean, I know it's fluid. You know, it's going to move up and down here and there for the next month or so, but this is for the 2020. You know, it can't be too much more moving.
Right.
It can't be moving too much. There ain't much more you can do because most college teams have gotten their full allotment of players.
Yeah.
And they kind of, LSU kept a couple spots open.
Right.
Like 3 spots. And it worked out like a charm.
Right.
I mean, God, man, these boys, that catapulted them to number 1. And right now, if the top 5 in college recruiting, and this is according to 24/7 Sports, LSU is number 1, Clemson 2, Bama 3, Georgia's 4, Florida 5. And let's give or take, other recruiting websites probably have them interchangeable. You know, they might have Bama 2, Georgia 3, whatever. But you see the top 5, that's pretty much consistent on any website, no matter what service it is.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of amazing, man, that LSU was able to jump back in that thing because at one point, right after the championship run and all that, they was like in the teens. I knew that wasn't gonna last, but that was in the teens because they had to get on board. They had a lot of people that kind of shied away from on National Signing Day.
Right.
And they was kind of thinking that they were gonna sign them, but they did not. But that guy right there, that was a big get, man.
I'll tell you another commitment that they got that shocked me, and it's got to have LSU opponents up and roaring. That's Corey Kiner, running back from Ohio.
Okay, I just saw that. I did.
How they landed that, I don't know. I don't know what Cajun Creole spit that Ogeron gave him.
Right.
But he committed, saying he stayed there, man. That this is a running back.
Right.
This is a running back, man. You like 5'11", by 205, man. Multiple 2,000-yard seasons. You know, he can hammer you. He can run away from you. Right. I'll be honest with you. Depending on who on LSU depth chart, whenever he get there, man, it's gonna be a problem. So,
That's right.
you know, it was funny, man. After the national championship, you know, most of these, I don't call them Bama fans. They Saban fans. You know, I don't believe it's a Bama fan.
Right,
Louisiana.
right.
Sorry.
Right.
You can call, say what you want to say, chime in, say you ain't. when Shula and all them was the coaches, you wasn't yelling roll tide.
So
So
people don't act like they don't remember.
yeah, don't please don't.
And LSU was 9-2.
Yeah,
Over them in the last decade.
yeah, you know when Darby and all them was over there playing, Brody Croy, y'all wasn't Bama fans.
And that's real
So
talk.
y'all
Real
Saban
talk.
fans.
That's
And
real talk.
They were all hollered, oh, y'all ain't got nothing. We gon' Ogeron ain't playing, bro.
Right.
Ogeron ain't playing, man. That's all I can
First
say.
of all, everybody know Ogeron to be a great recruiter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
most
He is
definitely.
a great recruiter.
But guess what else he got on his staff? Some great recruiters.
Yeah.
Because they got his defensive line coach, Dennis Johnson, and they lost one to Baylor. I can't remember his name, but this is the one that's there now. He's ranked, 2 of their defensive coaches are ranked in the top 10 of recruiting in college. And they rank number 5 and 7 respectively. There's Coach Dennis Johnson, the defensive line coach, and the safeties coach, Bill Bush, ranked number 7. So when you got that on your staff and you already considered top 3, top 5, or whatever yourself, you got a staff, man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what's not to cut you off. I'm gonna tell you what's the plug that they got. You gotta think how much talent come out of New Orleans.
Yeah, Mickey.
They got Mickey Joseph.
man.
They got
Yep.
Mickey Joseph. Shaw alum. They got Mickey Joseph, man, and that's a recruitment team if I ever seen one, man.
Yep.
Guess what you might find shocking though about they got 23 commits. Guess what do you think is gonna be most shocking about those 23 commits? You can't think how you can't imagine nothing, right? Only 3 of them come from Louisiana. When have you ever seen an LSU staff, an LSU recruiting class that didn't have a top-heavy Louisiana base? And that ain't no knock, because in other years when they want the Louisiana kids, they get them.
I get him.
But then one thing it told you is the stroke that they have nationwide. Now Ogeron is moving them around the nation now.
Yeah.
But to only have 3, man, that's kind of surprising to me.
But I think he realized that you gotta think you battling with Saban.
Yeah.
okay, just because you get the 5-star guy in Louisiana that I wanted, I need to go settle for a 3-star. No, I'm going to go to Maryland and get that 4-star over there. I'm going to go to Ohio and get a 5-star up there. I'm going to go see, and I think that's a smart thing about it.
Right.
And I think that's where the talent level had dipped off from Bama from. You know, instead of going after somebody else, we settled for what we had around because Bama got the better pick. Instead of he being smarter, he going everywhere else and getting them. So I think that's a good thing.
Good thing.
Yeah, Damon said 85% of y'all became Saints fans after Red Cross. And then he said, y'all ain't real Saints fan, LSU fan. I'm 100 with you.
I'm 100,
Damon.
brother.
I
Die hard.
Everybody know me. You can check it. You know, I've been a diehard Saints fan.
This man
hard.
had this. Y'all remember the vibrating football game?
Electric football.
This man had a New Orleans Saints electric football game.
I always loved it, and I always been an LSU. If you notice me,
Me
if you see
too.
these hats
Hometown
up
boy.
there, I'm a homer.
Hometown boy, man.
I'm a homer, man.
That's right.
I love the New Orleans Saints. I love the Pelicans. I love the LSU Tigers. Of course, there are other teams that I used to watch. I mean, when I was real young in college, I used to watch the Florida State Seminoles when they had Charlie Ward and all that.
Yeah.
Loved it. Thought they was great. But I always watched LSU
homer,
football,
man.
especially when they would show them on TV.
That's right.
I always have been a homer. I love everything that we do locally, everything that's home, because it's, to me, unlike some people, it's hard to attach myself to out of stater unless it was like a family allegiance type of thing.
Yeah,
that's right.
My father brought me up watching the Cowboys, something like that. But just imagine if your father ain't in the house with you and he ain't gave you a brainwash you or whatever it is.
Right.
Having all their stuff around all the time, telling you that you ought to root for them. And then a lot of you gonna pick teams you gonna just want to pick.
That's
so for
right.
me, I just pick the natural state teams,
Yeah, home team,
and
man.
I just love them. You know
Like
what
my
I'm saying?
brother, he a diehard Saints fan. You
Yeah.
know, but I've been Green Bay since. Hey, all I remember, bro, in '91, my mama bought me Super Tecmo Bowl.
Right.
I turned it on. That was the first team I picked.
That's right.
Green Bay.
I was just sorry. And since '91, Brett Favre, none of them was there. I've been a Packer fan ever since, man. You know, a great running back from my area where we lived in Mississippi named Brian Darden. He went to University of Tennessee. I started watching them. Been a University of Tennessee fan ever since, man. I mean, I like LSU because they're the home team, but
Right.
I've been a U10 fan ever since, you know.
Right.
So I just ain't never switched up, you know. I'm never gonna switch up, you know.
I want to acknowledge a couple more people who got no Matt's Battalion, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, what up, Matt? Big Matt.
Big
One of my
Matt.
old teammates as well, younger than me, but he played with me and he
Yeah.
played with a couple classes. But he said he was talking about, I'm sure he's talking about the recruiting of LSU. He was saying that's the reputation that they have with the kids, and that's true. Larry Sipperin said, tell Mike to take that JSU trash off.
Man, look up. You know, long as you saw it, I mean, I did my job. You saw
He
it.
mentioned it, huh?
Yeah, you mentioned it. I appreciate the publicity, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think they off to a great start. Well, I'm gonna put it like this: not a great start. Their trajectory is still going like this. Of course, I don't know what the season gonna be. A team like LSU would have really benefited from spring practice because they have so many more offensive players to break in, especially at the quarterback position. But before COVID-19 kind of shut us all down, they was very, very high on Miles Brennan and his work ethic and what he had done to gain weight and maturity. And I mean, I know he could have used this, but if they can get back in July, I mean, it's not like he's doing it alone. It's not like LSU the only program. It's all the program. So if he can get off and running and stay kind of sharp, I think that Miles Brennan might be. You can't duplicate Joe because that's not been done before. What Joe did. But he don't have to have 60 touchdowns to be effective at LSU. We can have 35, and that'll still win.
Right.
If we balance our game a different, maybe we can get a little bit more tougher defensively, keep the score down a little bit, and we don't average 43, but we average 35.
Right.
And we average 35 and we playing defense, like real deal throwback LSU defense with Bo Pelini, that kind of defense where we keeping people under 20. You don't have to score 43.
I think the mindset of LSU football done changed, man. They not accepting number 8, number 9,
No,
number
they
7.
not.
Yeah,
That's
They-
right.
You know, to win a national championship and at the level, at the caliber they did, man. They want to be in that number every year.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I think their team, their kids have picked up this way. Their thought process. We want to be in that number every year, so
That's right.
it's gonna be something to be reckoned with. Over the past time.
I remember that Nick Saban, I think it might have been his 01 recruiting class, whatever year when Michael Clayton, Marcus Spears and them came.
That was 01.
So that class was the class when Louisiana had 12 the Super Dozen or whatever.
Yeah.
They had a Super Dozen list. They still do it, I think. LSU got, I think they got every one of them. If they didn't, they had at least 11. And that was the start to what LSU is experiencing now, where those guys said, man, we're going to stay at home.
Yeah.
We're going to turn around our program, which it has had success intermittently. You know, LSU ain't been historically bad, and they have times when they was mediocre, but they never been really horrible. LSU got some championships from the 60s, man, 59 or something, I think. And then they won, and they've been good teams. They just hadn't won championship in a while. But that championship pedigree, Saban kind of broke that with that first class.
Yeah.
Those guys said, we're going to put a gate around the state of Louisiana, and we're going to win one for the home team.
Yeah.
And I think the last year's class with Devontae Lee and Trey Palmer and all them guys, I think they kind of had that mindset. When I would talk to Devontae on the side, I would be trying to, you know, pick his brain on that one. And like, man, you know, it's no problem. You go where you want to go. But if everything is almost equal, facilities, you know, budget-wise, game day atmosphere and all that, then how about let's just win one for the home team? Why?
Right.
You know, there's nothing wrong with you going out to another program if you feel like that program is going to benefit you more. But I just thought it was cool to have a set of kids that said, man, we want to stay home and win.
Yeah,
you know,
most definitely.
Cool,
Most
cool,
definitely.
man.
Most definitely.
And I think Ogeron and them are doing a wonderful, wonderful job. I thought they was doing great with Les Miles, and they were. They always one of the top recruiting classes, but except the last year, I think he might have had one time he was like in the top 15. But most of the time, Les Miles had top 5, definitely top 10 recruiting classes. But Ogeron and them, they're killing it right now. They're killing it. Roshan Lewis, man, what's up, bro? He said, what if Tua little bro come to LSU? Somebody posted that on Facebook last night. I ain't gonna lie, if he came, he got to compete.
Well, that's what he was angling at.
Well, he angling at though, man.
Initially, but you know, the big bro and the family, there was a Bama situation, so that's where he went. But
I do remember that time when we played him at LSU and Coach O walked on the field with his brother.
Yeah. So I mean, it ain't far from happening. You know, it ain't far from happening at all.
That's what's up, man. They're doing a great job. I'm hoping they can get back to normalcy. I'm hoping, and I'm thinking this little re-entry into our economy, doing some of the things that, like a lot of businesses, they want us to operate at 25% capacity. The phase 1 businesses like gyms, barbershops, nail salons, places like that. And hopefully in 21 days, if we still reporting positively, trends are still going down, he'll go to the next phase.
Right.
That'll be bigger places. But even casinos are considered phase 1. But they're operating at 25% capacity. So let's continue to pray, man. Continue to try to be safe as we can.
Got to.
Do the best we can as individuals. And hopefully we can get back to some sense of normalcy. Because I really, truly hate to be selfish when I say this, but I do not want to have to deal with not having football and stuff for the
Oh, indeed.
Right.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Moving along, man. NFL, real quick. Of course, last week, NFL schedule released.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know a lot of y'all looked at y'all team, who y'all team matched up against.
They looked at mine.
I looked at mine.
That's right.
That's real Saints
Yeah, that's right.
He looked at it. And I got some highlights that I wanted to make mention of. And of course, if Mike got some highlights on his, some big games that he wanted to mention. I'm sure one, for sure. I know one. Certain. And, we're going to talk about that right now.
Yeah,
right.
But just jumping into it real quick, I noticed that the Saints only have 4 noon games. If y'all been watching the Saints for a long time like I have, noon was regular for us.
Yeah.
That's 12 o'clock.
That's right.
I mean, and that has something to do with primetime appeal.
That's right.
When you don't have primetime appeal, you're not getting no 7 o'clock slots. You're not getting no Thursday nights, Sunday night, Monday night football. But the Saints been killing it on that lately. You know, I mean, I know y'all know the Saints be on Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night football all the time now. But we took it another level. The NFL took it another level, and I guess that, and I know this all due to Sean Payton, Drew Brees, the consistency they brought to the organization, the winning culture they brought, and to New Orleans. And we fun product. It's a fun product. Even when we don't win the games that we should win, we still fun to watch.
Right.
We one of the highest rated TV ratings of all time. And even our Super Bowl, when we did win it in 09, we won in 10 for the 09 season. At the time, that was the highest Super Bowl ratings that had ever been before. You know, it's been surpassed since then, but I'm just saying the Saints are must-see TV.
Yeah.
Especially for the local people around here. We coming on every Sunday, just tune in. You know what I'm saying? If your team ain't on at the same time, because people be talking about the Saints, but they know everything about them. And then when you ask them about it, like, because they come on, you don't have to watch them.
Right.
You got the NFL Network, all these packages and all that
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, because I've set it up to now where I can go catch a Green Bay game.
Right.
But yeah, if Green Bay wasn't playing or I couldn't get their game out, I like to watch the Saints. I don't have no problem watching the Saints at all.
Yeah.
Like I say, especially if they beating up on Dallas, but that's another story. That's another story.
But man, they had the Saints. We only got 4 noon games. We got
That's
5 games at prime time. Prime time is the night game.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean Sunday or Monday night or Thursday. And then you got 7 3 p.m. starts. Man, that's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. So out of our 16 game schedule, 12 of our games are at 3:15 or later.
That's
awesome.
good. That's good, man.
But right out the gate,
Right out the gate.
you know, they've been trying to get this Super Bowl forever, but they say we might not be able to get it in the Super Bowl, and we won't be able to get it in the Super Bowl now. But we're going to get it kicked off the season.
That's right. Right out the
On
gate.
September the 13th, our first home game was against the Tampa
Bay
Bay
Buccaneers.
and
Tom Brady.
the Tampa Bay, how you say the
Tampa, England.
Tampa Brady.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady. We're going to play them in New Orleans on September 13th,
That's
right
right.
out the gate. Must see TV.
Must see TV.
Everybody gonna watch it. You know it is. I don't know if that's I don't know if it's Thursday or Sunday. I don't know. But the NFL be starting on
Sunday. It's on a Sunday.
It's on
night.
Sunday, yeah.
Okay, then
I got the schedule right here.
Then we got another one I highlighted: Saints versus Packers, Week 3.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
boy.
He ain't had no trouble to watch this one.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be rooting a little different.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees.
That's right.
These are the 2 quarterbacks that people are always
Yeah.
saying either agreeing for one being over the other.
Yeah.
But it's always them. They always
Right.
got Tom
Right.
Brady
Right.
to go, and the other argument be between them all the time.
Right.
It's gonna be Week 3 right out the gate. You know,
Yeah.
NFC type of game. This normally would be like a playoff type game.
Yeah.
Yup.
We can't play with it. It's got to be real. We got to treat this game like it's playoffs for seeding that's gonna take place later on. What you feel about that, man?
I went to the game when we played y'all in the Dome. That's not a good place to play. That was my first time seeing the Packers play in person, man, and that was a bad experience, dude. Oh man, it's gonna be exciting to see, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be very exciting to see, man. The Saints coming with it.
I'm ready.
You know, the Packers gonna come with it, man. I'm hoping for us a victory, but I ain't stupid either. I know how I go. I know how I go in that Superdome, man. So we're gonna have to see that. That'll be a marquee on the
That's
road
gonna be a
win
marquee
for the Packers
game,
if we
man.
was to win that game.
gonna be
Yeah,
a
most
marquee
definitely,
game.
most definitely.
Got Quentin Coleman said if your team not playing on TV, go watch Power. Absolutely. Okay, then we got Saints versus Panthers. It wouldn't. Really,
I'm looking forward to that 49ers, man.
I wouldn't say it's a huge nationally type televised game, but because the fact that Teddy Bridgewater's gonna be starting, that Cam Knott is an NFC South rival.
Yeah.
Joe Brady from LSU, offensive coordinator.
Used to be with the Saints.
Matt Rule, from Baylor, the head coach.
Yeah.
So you want to see how Carolina gonna play.
Yeah.
And
most
so it's
definitely.
kind of a big deal for just the NFC. You got to be an NFC South fan. But then nationally again, we turn right around. Week 8, we play the Bucks at Tampa. Then week 9, right behind that, 49ers at Saints.
Yeah.
A lot of 49ers fans saying why we got to come to y'all twice in a row. I don't know. Because people like to come to New Orleans. I don't know what to tell you. But this time, we hope y'all leave with a little different ending. The last game was a great game. At the time, at the point of the season that it was, they were saying it was the best game of the year so far at that time. And it was a great game. If you like offense, man, it was firepower, but we didn't play enough defense. They didn't, and we didn't either. But we do get to play them again, and this going to mean something. We saw that it meant something last year because we had the exact same record.
Yeah.
They held the tiebreaker over with the win.
So see, hopefully in our situation, it means something to play y'all too. That 13-3 was a bad thing.
I know we said it last season, but it's real. I know, bro. I know Duke. Got my boy Duke Power watching. Then we got
What up, Duke?
we got the Chiefs versus Saints on the 20th of December.
That's a big one.
Big one, you know. I know it's AFC, NFC, but then you got Mahomes and all the fireworks, the Super Bowl champ, reigning champ, versus the Saints. This may be some people say our last year to truly be in the Super Bowl contention. But we won't have Drew probably after this year, but I don't know if you want to write us all the way off.
Right.
Depending on what we do at the quarterback spot. You know what I'm saying? We might have that in-house. I know a lot of people that's watching this, my boy B, don't want to hear this, but I don't know. I'm not going to just rule out James for competing for the spot. We want to see what he do. And when he get there, Teddy resurrected his career. I'm not saying Teddy had a negative stigma on his career, but he had an injury situation, and he had to turn around from that standpoint.
Right.
James was not injured, but he had a decision-making maturity type of stigma attached to him, leadership thing. But if you hear his interviews, man, he's saying all the right stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
He's saying all the right
tell
stuff.
what people saying and what they mean, but he seems sincere, man, that he want to start. He had opportunities to go other places and make a little more money. He felt like the situation was best for him and want to be in that quarterback room. And I'm just hoping the best for him. I'm not knocking. He on our team now.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm rooting for him.
Me
You know
too.
what I'm saying? Then right after that, 5 days later. Now this is unfair. This ain't even a 6 days. 5 days.
5
after
days
the
later.
Saints, we play the Vikings in New Orleans on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
So that's the key though. So everybody watching around, they sitting around, they done ate already. Now they going back for seconds. They got their presents, they whatever they get. If you're a husband
At
or
3:30.
a father, you probably ain't got much, but you still got a chance to see people open up presents, and that might have been good enough for you. But if you didn't get no gifts, I know that's incorrect English. It's a double negative, but it's cool. If you didn't get no gifts,
You're going to get a gift at
Turn
3:30.
the TV on at 3:30.
At 3:30.
3:30.
Then that's homecoming, man, for Cam Densler, man. You know, Hammond native, man. He gonna be playing in his backyard. So he at the Vikings, you know.
That's what's up. And then, so that was my top games that I had.
Had my
in the
top
playoff
game
start.
too, man.
Did you have something?
I said New Orleans versus Tampa. That's a big one. And you gotta think I went to Jackson State, so I know I got a lot of friends from Jackson, Mississippi, and they big Chicago Bear fans. They huge Chicago Bear fans. So beating on them has become a nice treat. But they got a quarterback now.
Right.
They got a quarterback now, and it's gonna be something to see. So, but my marquee game is New Orleans versus Tampa. I want to see that real bad, and I want to see that play. Green Bay play New Orleans, and also Green Bay versus Chicago. Them two matchups. So yeah.
That's what's up. So your key
I'm not keeping myself the same yours, man. That's right.
That's what's up, man. So right now, since we talking about the NFL, let's go and dive real quick into a little bit about strength of schedule. Right now, I don't know if you guys were aware who they said had the toughest strength of schedule coming up into the season, and that ain't always matter. That's just based on last year's teams where they finished.
Right.
But if you base it off of that, right now this year going into the season, the New England Patriots have the toughest strength of schedule.
So before we get into that, we wait to Brady Lee to give him the toughest schedule. I'm just.
Right, you ain't that.
Hey, we wait to Brady Lee to give him this.
Never thought about it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Nah, 'cause they cakewalk for it.
Yeah, for real.
And I think somebody be organized. That be you and Aaron be organized about their schedule or
yeah.
strength of schedule. Because we talked about this.
Yeah,
You and your brother. Yeah, they do, man. The easiest though is the Ravens and the Steelers for this year upcoming. That don't really mean that you got to get on the field and play the game.
Right.
Last year was last year, but that's what
Tennessee got an easy schedule too.
They do?
Yeah, very easy.
For my Saints fans, just like we talked about probably 2 shows ago, when we got our center, and we was all upset. I was disappointed when I first heard it. Got over it in a couple of days.
Hey, man, I'm great now.
But now you
with
see
it.
what happened.
I'm great with
We
it.
got rid of Larry Warford.
That's right.
Saved $7 million. We cut him. Just straight cut a Pro Bowler. But he fell out of good graces with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on, but apparently he wasn't living up to his potential. And he probably, they say he played out of shape last year, and he just gave up a lot of sacks and pressure. And Sean just ain't had no patience with him. He's ready for him to go. Saved $7 million, so a lot of people assume that the Saints are going to be bigger buyers in the second free agency period that comes up in July. We don't need much. Another wide receiver, a cornerback here, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a linebacker if you want one, if you got somebody on the market, but not a high price free agent.
Yeah, well, I mean, that should make a lot of Saints fans more easy about that pick. Cutting him, and you got, like you say, $7 million in cap space, man, and they open room to do a lot of stuff, man.
That's
a
right.
lot of stuff.
Man, I look for us to probably get like a veteran defensive end on the other side of Cam Jordan or something like that.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm ready for Marcus Davenport to play ball.
Yeah, me too, man. Hey, but he was doing good, man.
I want to see him play. I don't want nobody
He was doing
taking
good.
time from him. I want him
He was
to
doing
get all
good.
his reps because we gave up 2 first round. Well, when people say 2 first round, I got to clarify that he was a first round.
Yeah.
So when people say that, they always say it, and it kind of keep you wondering. it's not they gave up 2 first rounds. They gave up their year first round for him to move up. So he still was the first round. So it's just him. What they really gave up was the next year's first round. So he was a 2-for-1 type of player. So I want to see him play. He was starting to show some improvement last year. He showed some flashes his first year. He just been injured. But last year he had 6 sacks at the time. He very strong against the run, very fast, athletic, big boy. And I just want to see him play. He paid enough for him. It's time for him to just do what he got to do.
Tight end is key.
Anybody else coming, they just rotation on me. I don't really want to see nobody else start. I feel like putting a hat on, sun shining on my head. It ain't happen to be LSU, is it? It is. That's an LSU hat. That's cool, man. I want to put my hat on. So look, man. If you didn't realize that, if you have any kind of extra salary cap money, I don't care if it's $10 million, which is what the Saints close to having. It's gonna be big now because they talking about the NFL salary cap could be down 30 to 80 million due to the COVID crisis.
Yeah.
30 to 80 million dollars is a lot less money to play with. So when free agents that's why they said Jadeveon Clowney's having a tough time finding a team to take on what he wants, his big contract he wants. Now, first of all, he's been injured a lot too, but normally somebody of his talent, they be getting somewhere in them double-digit teams per year. But he probably gonna have to settle somewhere around 10 if he signs with somebody this year. And that's because of the salary cap.
Well, if he a businessman, he understand that.
Yeah.
The money will pick back up eventually.
Right.
Sign you a one-year deal.
That's
That's how they go.
Oh, right. Moving on. We're gonna move on from the NFL. We're gonna do something that some of y'all been probably waiting on. Do something that y'all been waiting on. We got our top 5 8-minute running backs. This is just our individual opinions. Don't take it personal. Don't get mad. Some of us don't know some of the people that y'all gonna list. This is the time for y'all to list them. If y'all got them on y'all, if y'all have the top 5 in mind, put it in the comments so we can talk about it. But right now, I'm going to let Wardell. Do you have your?
I got mine.
Okay.
I don't have no honorable mention, but I got my list though. Yeah, I got my top
Wardell
5.
gonna kick us off with his top 5 8-minute running backs all the time.
All right. First thing first, I'm gonna kick off C.J. Baptiste. I'm gonna say Kendrick Perry. I'm gonna say Curtis Spears, Eric Foster. Who else I would pick? Killer Tate.
Go ahead. That's pretty good. You got some of the same name. Little different order, but you got some of the same name. So run it back one more time for if they just in case.
All right.
This your top 5.
It's C.J. Baptiste, Kendrick Perry, Curtis Spears, Eric Foster, Killer Tate.
I heard that. That's what that. So it's on me next. I'm gonna give you mine then. And as you see my paper, I scratched off a lot. but I talked to one of my partners today, man, and he helped clarify some things to me, and that's true. The thing that we talked about, it helped me kind of think about it a little deeper. So this is my top 5 running backs all the time. Eric Foster, number 1. My uncle Curtis Spears, number 2. And some people can argue both they played almost identical.
Yeah.
Same position on defense as well, and you got to give them guys credit for playing both ways.
That's right.
Imagine my uncle Curtis had 1,500 yards rushing his senior year when he shared a backfield with Lawrence Franklin, who had about 1,000. He shared the backfield with Michael Carr, who had about 1,000. And he also shared part-time duties with Boo Francois. He had like about 700, 800, if I'm not mistaken. So to get 1,500 yards and then get all the MVP stuff you got on defense as a linebacker, you just think about if he didn't play defense and he just played running back. So, and he was tough. He played the running back position different. So Eric Foster, Curtis Spears, C.J. Baptiste. C.J. Baptiste could have played back then too. He played the kind of style of running back that I like, and he could have played in that era as well.
Right.
I got Kendrick Perry. I didn't get to see him a whole lot, but you got all them stats. You got to recognize
Yeah,
that.
man, that man was a beast,
And then my number 5 probably be kind of throw off a few people. I got Boo Francois because I kind of got a chance to see him play last year as a starter. When he was there after Michael Carter left, he had one more year. For my honorable mention, I have a few names. It's supposed to be just one, but last couple weeks I've been seeing people been throwing several honorable mentions, so I'm going to do it. I had Kendall Tate, my classmate. Henry Lee. I don't know him, but I hear about him all the time, so he must have been great. Throwback. Stephen Butler, 44, another number 44 after my Uncle Curtis. Tyrone Perkins, 33. Corey McKnight, this past year. Bolivar Foster. I'm not saying no ranking because I didn't get to see some of those guys play. but I hear about him too much to leave him out. So those are my honorable mentions.
All right, well, first and foremost, man, I'm going to have to give that number 1 spot to Kendrick Perry, man. I mean, when you got almost 5,000 yards and 60 to 70 touchdowns, man, and at a consistent rate that he did it, you know, that's who got that. Next up, C.J. Baptiste, 3 years. Well, 3 years started at the running back position, but he was a 4-year starter up here because he used to play the wide position as a freshman as well. I mean, he revolutionized that running back spot at Amite, man. I mean, especially in careers offense. I ain't gonna say in Amite history, but in careers offense, he revolutionized the type of running back that Amite was putting out. Next up, man, is the double-headed MVP, man, Eric Foster. You know, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. And
2,000-yard rush.
yeah, man,
MVP on defense.
yeah, both ways, man. Next up is because I went and done some research myself. Went and talked to some guys, some solid guys, some guys I know that's gonna give me some great info, man. And the information I got on Nat Durant. So I had to put him in there. And my number 5 is Curtis Spears, man. At 44, man, you know, in an offense like that, and you able to stand out with all them names, that says a lot. My honorable mention is Adrian Head, Boo Francois, and Tyrone Perkins.
I hear you. That's what's up. At this time, I'm gonna read a few of the ones that we got on here. Don't be bashful, no. I know people watching, but y'all can put your comment, put your list. Desmond Collins he said not in any specific order, but he has C.J. Baptiste, Kendall Tate, Kendrick Perry, Eric Foster, Curtis Spears, and Stephen Butler. So no specific order, but those are his top backs. Chuck Hunt says Eric Foster was a bruiser back. He got a chance to see him play at Monroe as well from that area. Duke Powell says C.J. broke somebody's neck his freshman year. Chuck Hunt said Kendrick Perry's running style reminded him of Eric Dickerson. That's a good observation.
Mm-hmm.
Slasher kind of big, tall, you know, that's real. Quentin Coleman said his list must have been pretty much like yours, except he had Sibley in there somewhere. And I have heard about Sibley.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him play a lot. I saw him in the playoff game they lost against Parkview Baptist.
Yeah.
That was my last game I got to see, but he did look like he probably was a good back.
Yeah, Stephen was pretty good, man. Yeah.
All right, man. We asking you guys to continue sending us a list. Whether we on the show live or not, send them to Real Talk. Send them to my inbox. We're going to compile these lists over time, and we want to try to come up with an all-time 8-minute list, all team, by homecoming. And we want it to come from y'all. We ain't going to handpick it. It's going to come from y'all. It's going to be a collaborative effort from all of y'all who voting, who making these lists, and we're going to pick those names that show up the most. And that's how we're going to pick that list. The names that keep popping up in whatever order they keep popping up.
Right.
That's how we're going to pick that list. We're gonna move on, man. We almost through. We're not really off schedule too much. Just barely a little bit over an hour so far. We have our over under in our push segment. You know, if you watch Sports Center and all these first take shows, you kind of understand what that is. If I throw a number out there, if they agree with it, it's a push. If they think that the particular number is a little less, or the team or whatever, a person gonna do better than the number that I state, they're gonna say over. If they think the number that I threw out is a bit high, and the person or the team's gonna perform under that, they're gonna say under. So we did this last week for the first time, and then we're gonna conclude with our this or that segment. We've been doing that since we started. So I'm gonna start with Wardell. New England Patriots win 10 games.
Push.
So we agree. I think they're gonna win 9 or 10. I'm gonna say a push. Belichick just probably got away with it. I think 10 a stretch. You know what? I'm gonna say under, because I think it's gonna be hard to win 9. I think they're gonna be by 9 or 7. What you got? Under.
8 and 8.
But New England Patriots gonna win 10 games. Under. Listen, LSU Tigers football win 11 regular season games, and they play 12 regular.
Get at a push.
I believe something like that too. I believe they probably lose a game just cause, you know, I don't know, it might not be a team you think supposed to beat them, but
right.
I think they'll lose one. I think so. I think a push too.
Yeah, push.
What you got on that one? The LSU Tigers win 11 games? You agree? Push. Alabama wins 11 regular season games.
I said push.
Yeah, I'll say push too. You playing Fluka Tech.
Right.
And, Tangipahoa State,
You
yeah,
ain't
you
lying.
should.
You
You
ain't
should win 11.
Yeah, they got to work on that. I think I can't remember who it was, but they did finally for the first time schedule a top. Well, I ain't gonna say a top. I'll say a more formidable opponent for their non-conference game. I can't remember who it was, but it's somebody good. It might be USC. Somebody unlike what they normally do.
Right.
It's definitely unlike they normally do. I don't know the schedule, but I remember seeing them like, okay, wow, last year taught them something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they fighting for seed and they understand. Emmanuel Sanders surpasses 70 catches and 1,000 receiving yards. And I'm going to give you some background. Last year, combined in Denver and San Francisco, he had 66 receptions, 869 receiving yards. And 2016 was the last year that he got 1,000 yards. So he'll have 70 catches and 1,000 receiving yards.
Yeah, push. That could happen.
Yeah, that's push.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, that could
That's
happen.
pretty much what the slot dude get in New Orleans when they good.
Yeah.
That's last
Well,
month.
He sure gonna get a lot of opportunities.
The thing about it is, why I said that, I believe that he's going to take a lot of the pressure off of Mike Thomas. So I believe that's a push.
What you think? Think that's a push? Let me see what some of the comments we got. Juwan Rogers here, New England diehard, so I know he's going to comment on that. Appreciate you for tuning in, brother. He said New England will win 11 games. I don't know if they do.
If
Coach
they
of the
do,
year,
hey.
Bill Belichick.
All right.
Yeah.
Cameron Perkins says LSU 10 games, imagine. Duke Powell said Miami Hurricanes is going to be 12-0. Yeah, I understand. He just jumping out there, wishing on the star. Jawan said LSU will win 10 games. Quentin said, yes, sir. He must be replying to Duke Powell's with his Hurricane comment.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. New Orleans Saints offense will finish third statistically in offensive categories.
Yeah.
I would say over.
Over. So you think they're going to move up to 2 or 1?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to keep them at 3. I'm going to say a push.
I give them top 5.
Yeah. I know they're going to be in the top 5.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be
always
top 5 every
for
year.
real.
That's
But
every year.
I figure Mahomes, them, and Baltimore going to be kind of right in that number. But
Yeah.
they got a couple more offenses that we probably ain't never even thinking about. Because even Tom Brady and them going to probably make a run for it. Atlanta could.
The reason why I said over is because the new addition we got on our
Right.
field.
But you can keep in mind also, though, that if your team is a turnover machine, sometimes your offensive numbers can be skewed.
Yeah.
You still can be great, though.
Yeah.
You know, like the 2019, we got a lot of turnovers, and we ran some back, a lot of
Yeah.
scores for touchdowns. So the offense got great field position a lot of times.
Right.
And sometimes when they didn't touch the field, they lost a couple of
Right.
possessions.
Yeah.
So all that can matter. You can be less than top 5 and still have a great, better offense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The offense is better, but your stats went down. But I'm going to give that a push. What you think? You think the Saints will have a number 3 statistics offense? Some in top 5? Chiefs win more games than the Ravens this season. Duke Powell said top 5 for Saints. Yeah.
I'm gonna say a push.
Push. So you think they'll have about the same record?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kansas City win more games than the Ravens. I think they gonna. I think that game against Tennessee. I think that exposed some stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
You know, now how they respond to that, I don't know.
Right.
But speaking solely off of that, I think they still a 10-win team though.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that they will, just because unless Lamar Jackson has some more evolution in his game, and he already showed a big improvement from year 1 to year 2.
Right.
Yeah.
If he do it
Right.
again, then maybe I'll be eat
Right.
on this. But I think right now, and it won't be by much, a game or 2. I think Kansas City will have a little bit better record.
Yeah.
What you think? Ravens have a better record. All right, the last one for this segment. Coach O will remain rated the number 3 coach in college football after next season. And that, if you didn't know, that's where he at right now. He's behind Dabo and Nick Saban. And Nick Saban and Dabo swap places, and certain people's project over they ranking. But Coach O is number 3 right now in college coaching. That's what he's rated at.
Yeah, I agree.
So you think
I
he'll
agree with
remain
that.
at least number 3?
I agree with
Because
that.
even if he win another championship, they ain't gonna slide him right in front of Nick. He might can slide in front of Dabo, but still 2 ain't gonna make you pass him up.
Yeah.
No less. So 3 is great for him.
Yeah.
Because he started last year, I think, way down in the 30s somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So that's a big jump from 1 year. So let me see with somebody. Okay. Aaron Morales said no. No to what, Aaron? He said defenses will catch up to Jackson this year. Maybe.
I agree
don't
with
know.
that. I
Somewhat.
agree with that, man. I do. I just exotic offenses don't last long in the NFL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. We ain't talking about the West Coast or the nothing like that. That's the exotic offense. They just don't last long in the
Right.
NFL, you know.
Right.
But we'll see.
We'll see. So this is our last segment. I want y'all to make sure y'all be interactive with this. I enjoy this segment. It's fun to me. I like doing the this or that. I know it seems like everybody on the panel like the this or that. Y'all tune in and y'all make sure y'all comment because I'm going to read y'all's answers and y'all comments as well. So our final segment, getting ready to wrap this thing up. We got a this or that segment and it's rapid fire. They don't have time to be sitting up there trying to debate about it. Let's roll. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Ready, man. Let's do it.
Brandy or Monica? And I know you got, if you don't know, I'm talking about the R&B singers. Talking about Brandy, Ray J sister.
I'm gonna
or
go with Monica, man. I'm gonna go with Monica.
Monica.
I'm gonna go with Monica too, just because she's still relevant
Yeah.
today,
In a
and
sense.
she had a little bit more grown voice.
Yeah.
A little bit more adult voice.
Yeah.
I like Brandon too now.
So but I like both.
Yeah.
of them, but I'm
I'm
gonna
go with
I
Monica.
just think Brenda had a good marketing thing.
Right.
Behind. She had a good
Right.
team behind her,
Right.
but Monica was the better singer.
Monica.
Duke Powell said Brandon, Aaron said Brandon too. All right. John P. Key or Fred Hammond?
John P. Key.
John P. Key.
Hands
I ain't
down.
gonna lie, man. Because I grew up
John
on
P. Key.
John P. Key, the person, probably one of the first people that
And one of my favorite singers,
I
man.
already used to listen to gospel before that. James Cleveland, Douglas Miller, whatever his name is. My dad used to make us listen to him all the time. Those Storm, Keep on Radio,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But John P. Key probably the first dude
Yeah,
that made me
man.
enjoy
That's right.
church and choir songs.
Yeah.
He in the era with Kirk Franklin type.
Right.
Fred
right.
Hammond was cold blooded. I love him though.
I love him, bro.
He's close though. That's why I put
That's
him
why I
in.
say,
That's why
man,
I did.
hey, John P. Key though.
It's hard, man.
Hands
I
down.
love Fred too, man. Fred Hammond. I'm gonna roll with John. I'm gonna give John a slight edge.
Yeah, John Slighted.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Tina Marie or Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan.
Hey, listen to me. You know, Lord arrest my mama's soul. Me and my mama's song, we could say our song, is Day One by Tina Marie. So I gotta go with Tina Marie, man.
Yeah.
And I try to pick people that's in groups that's similar.
Yeah,
Similar.
I
go
gotta
with
pick
Shaka
Tina
Khan,
Shaka
Marie,
Khan
man.
to me, you know.
Yeah, understood.
Through the fire, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love Tina now. Tina, she was a bad girl now.
Ray J Bullet had John B. Key and Quentin Coleman said Shaka Khan, okay?
Uh-huh.
Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Woo, I'm gonna have to go with the Queen on this
Oh,
one,
Aretha
man.
on that
Yeah, I'm
one.
gonna have to go with the Queen,
Man, look.
Hard, man.
It's hard, but I'm gonna have to go with the Queen, man.
I'm gonna go with Patty, man.
It's hard. It's
All I hear is
hard.
somebody loves you,
I'm about to
baby.
go with
So,
Queen,
But I'm
man.
gonna roll with Patty, and then she got some sweet potato pies.
Oh yeah, them sweet
But
potato
it's
pie be
hard, man.
rolling.
R.E.S.T.
Hey, I had to go. Hey, I had to go with the
Or
Queen,
Aretha,
man.
bro, you know what I'm
I had
saying?
to
It's
go with the
hard, it's
Queen.
hard. Desmond Collins said Shaka Khan. On the previous, y'all ready, man? It's finna get harder.
It's finna get hard. Let's go.
Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. Let's roll.
I'm at to go with
And you-
Eddie. I'm
you
at to
can
go with
combine
Eddie,
everything.
man.
They stand up, move.
Yeah,
all
I'm at to go with Eddie, man.
I'm going
Eddie,
Eddie.
I'm going with
Martin Johnson.
Yeah.
Martin cold-blooded.
Yeah, Martin
They do
cold-blooded
good together
now.
and moved and all, but
Yeah.
I'm going with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going with Eddie,
And
man.
y'all gonna be surprised Eddie gonna do stand up again, and I think this coming year he's been talking about it. He's starting to get back out there to do his
I'm
stand
gonna
up.
go with Eddie, man.
You know a little bit about Eddie and Martin. Who you think? Eddie. Now Martin do have probably one of the most popular sitcoms.
Sitcom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Folks.
oh yeah,
You know
oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I'm gonna go with Eddie.
I still watch Martin. Still watch.
Eddie, Aaron Morales said Eddie. Cam Perkins said Eddie. Duke said Martin all day. Brent was talking about Franklin. He must have been talking about like with
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, Aretha. We did that one already.
Oh
I
wee.
will throw it as a bonus one. We did it last. We did that like 2 weeks ago.
Man, that's hard too.
That's hard. All right, but I might throw it in as a bonus today. Ryan's or Golden Corral.
Go to Corral.
Go to
I
Corral.
should have threw Shoney's in. I'm going to throw Shoney's in there too. Because you got to be throwback to know all these
I'm gonna
names.
say go to Corral,
Ryan's,
man.
Golden Corral, Shoney's.
Go to Corral.
I'm going to say.
I'm gonna
at the
say go to
time,
Corral.
Ryan's blew me away.
Yeah.
Because we had never had nothing like that around here where you can just pay for your food one time and eat all
Eat
day.
all day.
So
Yeah.
for that, I'm gonna say just that's like the nostalgia part.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Ryan's, but longevity and still doing it, still relevant.
Say
you know,
go to Corral, man.
But he ain't never get a chance to go to Ryan's, so I don't think he gonna be able to know about that. Yeah, it's been a long time. Cam Perkins said Ryan's. Duke said go to Corral. Quentin was saying Eddie about the comedians. All right, and Desmond, you can't say both for none of them. Y'all ready?
Right.
Yeah.
Avant or Joe?
I'm about to go with Avant, man.
I'm gonna go with Joe, but they so similar.
Yeah,
Joe could've
man.
been in a category
Avant
with
was
R. Kelly,
cold-blooded,
too.
though.
But R. Kelly would have beat everybody with hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
He killed him with hits. But Avant and Joe was smooth. Cassie,
Yeah.
he ain't probably gonna say Avant on here.
Yeah,
I'ma
he
say
look like
Avant.
But I'm
it.
gonna
say
say Joe
Avant.
slight edge Joe.
Joe, yeah. most
Slight
definitely.
edge Joe. Let me see what y'all got. I want to hear what y'all got on here. I said Avant or Joe, and I'm talking about the singles. Cameron Perkins said Avant. Desmond Collar said Joe. I want to know. There we go. Let's see.
Yeah.
Joe. Good little bit of them said Joe. Shoe brands. The Jordans or the LeBrons?
Come on,
Jordans, man.
Just- I
Jordans,
don't
bro.
Jordans,
Jordans, bro.
It's Jordans to me. I don't have hardly none of them. Neither one of them.
Me neither.
But the ones I have bought in life been Jordans when I did buy them.
Yeah.
And I always pick a couple of Jordans that I'm gonna go buy because I've never been one of the guys that, had a hookup with the dude that's gonna set me aside.
Yeah, right. Me neither.
And none of that. I never did all that. Never stood in the lines or none of that. So I best buy the Jordan when I feel like I
Yeah,
want to.
I
go
think
in the store.
Jordan.
I see one that catch my attention. I buy it then. But I don't keep up with it. I'm not a subscriber and all that. But I
Right.
say Jordan. Cameron Perkins said Jordans. All right. Let me see. Pretty much most people said Jordans on that one. Let me see. All right. What you think? Jordan. Somebody put Pumas in here. Duke, all right, trying to be contrary.
Yeah.
Quint put Jordans, I think. Yeah, Jordans. All right. Southern University Grambling. You know
Southern,
it?
all day.
Southern. I went
Southern
there.
all day. I went there, too.
I'm a SU Jaguar, man.
Southern, man.
I know you went to J State, but
But I tolerate Southern way for Grambling.
Southern League.
Yeah. My mom was a Southern, so
Southern University. What y'all got on here? Southern? Let me see what y'all got. Southern University or Grambling State? All right. No comment on that one yet. Eddie Kane or David Ruffin? I took this one.
Woo-wee.
Eddie Kane, David Ruffin.
Right. Oh man, I got to give it to Eddie King.
About to go to Eddie Kane
Eddie
Jr.
Ruffin was cold-blooded.
Yeah,
but
Eddie Kane
went
Jr.
down in infamy, man.
Yeah.
We never. Every time you had these kind of discussions about old groups or singing groups, you almost think the Heartbeats was real. You know what I'm saying? So
You
Oh,
ain't gonna get
you ain't
it
gonna get it
'cause
because you ain't got it. They just things right there that came to my mind.
and I refuse to let you go. That's right.
All right.
Yeah, it's Eddie Kane, man. That's
Yeah,
Kane.
most definitely.
Yeah,
I
Eddie
don't think
Kane,
you ever
man.
seen the 5 Heartbeats and
Eddie
stuff.
Kane Jr.
All right. LL Cool J LL Cool J Big Daddy Kane. Throwback hip hop.
Yeah, man. I'm
Big
gonna have to
Daddy
go with
Kane.
LL.
I'm gonna go
man.
with Big Daddy Kane because
Ain't no half stepping.
I feel like when they first started, they both was kind of rapping similar.
Yeah.
LL got to the latest man thing a little
Man.
more, and it's good music,
Yeah,
right
right.
to listen to. But it kind of changed from when he started, and I ain't saying it's wrong. It probably was
I
good
just like that LL, man.
But I like some of his songs. I ain't gonna lie, he had a lot of songs. He had the song with Carl Thomas and all them old R&B /
Yeah.
singing songs together with LL. So he cool. But I'm gonna just say Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, Big
We
Daddy
got
Kane.
LL. I'm gonna put it like this: if you say had the most contribution to the culture, it was LL.
Yeah,
I'm
most
talking
definitely.
about because how people wanted to be like him, rock him with the chain, with the little jump, with little suits on.
Yeah.
All right.
That impacted. Big Daddy was fly too, though. Big Daddy used to wear all that stuff too, the heavy to the left haircut and the ramp and all that there, all the design parts. So they both, man. They both. I can't live without my radio. Quentin said, LL. LL looked like he kind of won that one so far. The top hood store for Amite area.
The top hood stuff. Wow.
Three Stooges or Save More. Talking about throwback Save More, it ain't here no more. So you just got to go back.
Three Stooges, man.
I'm gonna have to go with Three Stooges.
I'm gonna go with Three Stooges because they still here.
Yeah.
Right.
Still here.
Yeah.
Now I think Save More might be the 51 Mark people. I don't know because they just like they might have went across the street.
Right.
But, it's Three Stooges, man. It's Three Stooges.
Three Stooges.
And they
man.
got food, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't saying it's healthy. But
Nah, it
they
ain't
got
healthy.
food,
It's
shades,
made it
t-shirts,
not healthy. It's not healthy now.
lighters, cold drink, beer,
Yeah, they got everything
wings,
you need.
red
Anything you
beans,
need.
cornbread,
That's right. Anything you need.
cigars, cigarettes. You know, they got everything and they sell it all,
Right.
man. They might have tennis shoes in there. I got, somebody, Cameron Perkins said LL pioneered the love song rap style. Correct. I believe that. I do believe he probably I can't think of nobody before him. It did have this dude that used to sing Father MC.
Yeah.
I don't know if he before LL.
Nah, Father MC ain't before
I'm
LL.
talking
Yeah.
about with the
Father
rap
MC was
singing,
good too, man.
with the R&B.
Oh yeah, that was his whole
So,
thing.
you know, when he came with Jodeci and them, they doing to treat them like they want to be treated. And all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Nah, before his LL time. No, he ain't before LL time.
Yeah, but that was his whole approach.
But that's
Father
his
MC,
whole
that was
approach right there,
he ain't rap about nothing else.
Treat him like that. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I remember that. That's when Jodeci and them were first kind of coming on the scene. People ain't really know him.
Treat him like a lady.
Then we got let me see. Quentin said save more. Okay. Cooper's Donuts are earnest. You have to been around here from Amen for a while, because right now y'all might just know towns. But I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna throw towns in it for the new people. So Cooper's, Ernest, or towns.
Man, I was real young eating Ernest, man. So I can't.
And that was right by McKnight Lane.
Yeah, I
Easy to
can't.
get to.
Yeah,
All right.
but you know, I just remember those Saturday mornings at the football stadium. You know, watching film and Coach Correa come through with that Coopers, man. So I'm around with Coopers.
Right. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Towns, man.
All right, you gonna go with count time. Who you going with? Cooper. Now I'm gonna be honest with you.
Towns, boy.
Cooper's had left the most impact on me, because I remember when we was in school on Saturdays, we come watch film. That was tradition. After the game on Friday night, Saturday, we come watch film.
Yeah, that Cooper was
We
good,
get the
man.
Coopers on, they was awesome.
All right.
They don't really quite taste like that.
Right.
Either our taste buds have
I'm
changed
gonna
or
say,
whatever,
I'm
but
gonna
they
say
ain't quite like
Towns,
that.
man.
Quentin got Travis. They got Ernest. Ernest was cold.
Ernest was
West Side,
cold
man.
blooded now.
First of all, it was just cold blooded to have you 6 donuts in class at Westside.
Right.
When everybody wants some.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wasn't going.
All right.
So just somebody beg, man. The Donut King. Tyrus maybe say Ernest. Ernest had it down for a long time. I don't really know when Ernest shut down. I really don't know when they stopped. Because
I think it was like in the 90s, man,
90s,
when they shut
early
down.
90s, yeah.
In the early 90s when they shut down.
All right. Popeye's chicken or Chick-fil-A Popeye's chicken sandwich or the Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Popeyes.
Popeyes. I tried the Popeyes. I tried Chick-fil-A. I ain't really no chicken sandwich person. But I don't know why people so infatuated with the Chick-fil-A. I would be understanding if you was just infatuated with their service,
Yeah.
the customer service. But the sandwich is just dry.
Yeah.
But Popeyes,
Popeye.
I don't like sandwiches too much, chicken sandwich pretty much at all. But I tried Popeyes, and I'm gonna give an edge to Popeyes. What you say? You ain't had the Chick-fil-A one, huh? Matt says Popeyes. Matt Spatella says Popeyes. They over there clowning with each other. Quentin talking about Travis, who watching the horses? Rev, Quentin talking about Rev, who running the OXO unit? I guess y'all supposed to be at work right now. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm glad y'all tuned in, man. And you got to be throwback for this. And you probably had to have a grandma that all the cousins used to go by her house, because every black grandmother had flour. Lots of flour. Flapjacks or pancakes, and they not the same.
Ooh.
They not the same. I hope y'all know.
Flapjacks.
You got to know the difference now.
I know, yeah.
Flapjacks.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. Aaron watches, so he gonna smile. Man, I watched Aaron make pancakes from scratch, man, and they was better than the flapjack my grandma and them ever cooked. So I'm gonna go with pancakes, man.
I'm gonna go with the flapjacks, man.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. The flapjacks are very memorable.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You had to put them on the skillet with nut flour.
That's right.
Mix, and
That's right.
And it was a big deal back then. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it back then.
With that cane syrup.
But it's pancakes to me.
Yeah.
Pancakes win a little bit, slightly.
Yeah.
All right, couple more. End of the month hood snacks, when you done run out of grocery money. You done got down to your last little bit. Your mom ain't buying no more stuff. End of the month hood snacks. Ramen noodles or lunch meat.
I'm about to go with the Raymond's,
I like those
man.
noodles, man.
I'm about to go with the
I
Raymond's.
never was a ramen noodle dude, so I'm going with straight lunch meat. When I was growing up, every black house had light bread. That's what they
That's
call
right.
it.
Light bread.
It's really
Light bread. That's right.
White bread and lunch meat. You had different forms of lunch meat. You had lunch meat, pepper sauce, ham.
Bologna.
You know, sometimes they have hog head cheese, all
All
that
right.
stuff. But it was all the stuff they used to cut up at quality grocery store. and give you $1.45 worth of it.
That's right.
You know, they ain't never want no 2 pounds. They want $1.88 worth. And if that girl put that meat on there and it go over to $1.98, you better take it off. Take it off. Y'all gotta know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
most
That's it.
definitely. Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
no bad.
Keidra Mew said Popeyes tastes better, but you can only eat one every 3 months. Dude, he was talking about the sandwich. Because you're right, they don't never have them. They always out, or you're going to have a line that's to the road and you try to get another one.
That's right.
Duke Powell said peanut butter and jelly. You're right. I should have threw that one in. That was a good choice.
Yeah.
Everybody always had peanut butter and jelly.
That's right.
Couple
Go back.
more comedians, female comedians. Adele Givens or Samora? Samora. I don't know if you know him. If you're not familiar with him, so you don't
I'm
know.
gonna say some more,
Yeah,
man.
some more.
I'm gonna give it to Samora because of longevity.
That's
She's
right.
still doing it. Adele
That's
cold.
right.
now.
Adele
Yeah,
cold
Adele
now.
cold.
But
Still cold.
I think Samora got it.
Some more got it.
I don't think I used to find out about Adele. If she couldn't curse, it wasn't that good.
That's what I hear. That's
Yeah,
right.
some
and
more-
She gonna cut.
yeah.
She have to.
Yeah.
She have to. I got some more too. Tyrus Mabel was saying 100. I don't know exactly which one he was talking about with the 100. Damon Gaston said lunch meat from the pantry. It got to be from the pantry, huh? That's it. It's like quality. I guess the pantry been around for a minute.
That's right.
All right. It's a good one for my car people. O'Reilly's or AutoZone? Cause you got.
I'm gonna go O'Reilly's, man.
I worked at both of them, so O'Reilly's.
I'm gonna go O'Reilly.
I'm gonna say O'Reilly, especially for right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to both of them all my life. Probably when I was younger, it was AutoZone, but it seemed like now I like to go to O'Reilly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's O'Reilly's.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. Last two. TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffersons or Good Times?
Good time.
It's
Good time.
It's
Good time.
Good time.
It was good. Moving on up. But
Hey,
like
I love
Kid
Jefferson too,
Dynamite. I like
but good
Kid
time.
Dynamite.
Yeah, that's right.
I like Kid Dynamite. Who you got?
Yeah, good times.
Good time.
Man,
Yeah. Cameron Perkins was saying AutoZone about the car peep. Let me see. For y'all who just tuning in again, this or that, Jefferson's TV show or Good Times, throwbacks. I pick Good Times.
Yeah, good times.
All right, last one. We're gonna wrap it up. Best TV couple. Family Matters, Carl and Harry, Cosby Show, Heathcliff Huxtable, and
Cliff Huxtable and Claire.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna go Heathcliff. I'm
I'm gonna go Heathcliff.
it's the Cosby Show, man. It's Heathcliff Huxtable to me too.
Heathcliff
Travis
and
had
Claire.
Good Times. I used to love Good Times.
That's
Come
right.
home after school, I think it used to come on at 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening. I know it was like this at my grandma's house. Good Time,
That's
Different
right.
Strokes, all that stuff, Facts of Life, all that
Hey,
stuff. We used to watch all
bro.
that stuff.
Another one you could have got in there for the show though, Sanford and
I
Son.
know. Seven Son Power gonna beat Jefferson.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Power water.
Oh, yeah.
Because they still running.
It's still running,
Yeah.
bro.
They treat that like Martin.
That's right.
I'm gonna read some of the comments we got out here. Let me see. Cameron said, "Good Times gave you reality, and the Jeffersons
Yeah.
want to get out of the good time situation."
That's right.
Agreed.
Good way to
That's
put
great.
it.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
They
Yeah.
moving on up.
They moving
That's
on
right.
up.
I enjoyed them, man. I love both of them, man. Thank Lee Terrell said, "Good time. Good time's great." And I ain't gonna lie, every once in a while, I know we be busy, but if you just looking for something to watch every once in a while, you want to take yourself back to the throwback days, pull up some more good time classics, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
some good stuff, man.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
man, it's been a wonderful show, bro. I hope it wasn't too long. It was about an hour and a half this
Oh
time.
no, it's all
But
good.
because we had our college guys on at the early segment. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go back and watch the whole show. We had Amani Gilmore, 2018 state championship quarterback at Amen High School, now at Kentucky. And we had Kyle Maxwell, his receiver, one of his receivers, number 8 at the time. He's at Louisiana
And defensive
Tech
back.
Bulldog, and a DB at the
That's
point.
right.
They were both on. We talked to them for a little while, let them get on with their day, and then we got into the show. So, man, thank you guys for tuning in to the show.
No doubt.
In the future, we're going to be doing some different things with our video editing. You're going to notice that the Real Talk Kingdom discussions, I'll have that sometime this week. I'll upload after it's been edited, and we had a chance to. I'm looking forward to seeing the changes. The live aspect and the components gonna always be here, but I also want to take it to another level visually. So we're gonna see what we can do with that. And we're gonna try to do the same thing with the Real Talk Sports Show. So without further ado, just like always, it's not about being liked. It's not even about how people feel. As long as you make sure that whatever you say, you bring passion, you show respect, but most importantly, you keep it real. And that's another Real Talk Sports edition in the books.
in
Thank
the
you
book.
guys for tuning in.